What's going on, boys and girls? JDK back again. Got that Rivals Clash recap for ya, and 2 star cards from my season. Let's go ahead and open them up. We have just a little under 13 hours to claim our rewards. This is my worst finish yet in a Rivals Clash. Long story short, I just didn't feel like the grind was worth it. I already had a left wing star pro, and Taylor Hall, he's not the worst event card so far, but he's not the best event card. So I had to make a decision there. How much did I really want to grind? I still actually played a decent amount. To get to 4,500 points, you still have to play a pretty decent amount. And basically what this weekend taught me was, man, I feel for everyone that can't, manage to get into the top 100 in these events, because you know what? It's a lot harder than I actually thought it was. I think it was because I was way more motivated in the past Rivals Clashes to get the top 100, but this is the first time in 5 Rivals Clashes, maybe 4 or 5 Rivals Clashes that I haven't gotten the top reward. There was a Woodchopper there, nice. CFC Mick. Oh yeah, and everyone has these egg cards now. I don't have an egg card yet, but yeah, it's there's X-Hype as well. It was too much. Even the top 25, they had over 10,000 points. I didn't really look at the leaderboards. There's TDH11. Hey, G-Force, Alex CV. Yeah, we got the Kane for Life. We got the usual suspects here. I don't think that is Andrew Harris. Hey, MDW Dad, nice. Azrael the Great Dragon made it into the top 50. Nice. So there's the top 50. Yeah, it's actually a lot harder if you're not going to be completely dedicated. And this past weekend, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna spend all 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just to get this Taylor Hall. Not gonna be worth it. But we still do get a very useful card for our Road to the Cup deck. It's gonna be this Paul Coffey Pro with a nice little Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to top it off. I don't have Nugent-Hopkins. I think his legendary card. Nugent-Hopkins' legendary card is really good. Not sure if he has a star card yet. Let's just go ahead and grab these bad boys. So really props to anyone and everyone that would ever make the top 100. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Decided to take it easy this week, especially since I know Endurance, that's my event, son. So I'm gonna just get my body ready for that. And now, before we open up my season rewards, you already know this, we have the eggs. As far as I know, there are only these, 7 eggs total? And really the only relevant ones that I care about, of course, is the legendary and the star egg. The legendary egg belongs to the Blackhawks, because, they're short on legendaries, of course. The star card belongs to the LA Kings. And initially, I had an idea of who those cards might be, since the game lists the players in alphabetical order. But apparently, all the eggs are in the very first card spot in the card catalog. So that theory went out the window. Really have no clue. Possibly for the Blackhawks, we could get, just off the top of my head, maybe Tony Amonte, Bobby Hall. Well, those were the two. Those were the 2 legendary fantasy legends that I picked anyway. The same thing with the Kings. It could be Brobley, could be, who knows? Maybe it's finally the Gretzky card that we've all been waiting for. Doubt it. Now, the only thing that sucks about these egg cards is that you can't pro them unless you get lucky. You can pull these cards from the board. I haven't yet, but you can pull them. You can pull them from the board for the whole week. After that, the promotion's pretty much over. So if you really want that legend egg or that star egg, you're most likely going to have to buy these packs. They are relatively cheap, and it might be a decent value. There are only, what, 7 or 8 eggs total. So even though the Star and the Legend cards are going to be weighted way down, you might actually have better odds since the player pool is so small. I know Tommy Christopher in the Facebook group, he bought 1 egg. He got an epic egg out of it. I haven't seen anyone with something better than an epic egg. Of course, once again, I haven't pulled any eggs myself. You know, it's a fun little side addition that Cat Daddy added just to, you know, juice up the game a little bit. And, you know, it creates a bit of a mystery and hype, and I am pretty interested. I am pretty interested come this Sunday exactly what players pop out. Let me know if you got any eggs and who you think you might get. You can actually pro your egg out before it hatches if you feel so inclined. In regards to my latest season, things went fairly well. Got the 2nd seed, beat 2 bots in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Went against Curel. If you're in Legend Star tier, you'll know Curel. He's a very avid player. Unfortunately, he just didn't have enough Star Pros in his deck. So I went up ahead and took that one, and Korn got shut down by JDK. Now this is interesting, and it's very interesting that I got a shutout because Korn technically had a better team than me. With the exception of game 2, I won every game by 1 goal. That just goes to show how tight each game was. He had 1 more Star Pro than me. He had the Getzlaff. He also had a Legendary Pro goalie. I forget who the goalie was, but so he had 5 Legendary Pros and 1 Legendary goalie. I had 4 Star Pros, 1 Legendary Patrick Sharp, and the Star Esposito that of course got destroyed by Pominville here. But every game, somehow I just got great matchups. I don't understand, honestly. Like, for instance, in period 3 here with Pominville versus Getzlaff, I got the stick handling, and Pominville, he's got the best stick handling on the team now, besides Patrick Sharp. So yeah, each game I just got, my Scott somehow beats his Scott. His Jogger didn't get the focus in the 2nd period, and my Stevens beats his Stevens. This is basically what happened. I thought it was going to be a bit more back and forth like this. Hey, I'll take it any way I can get it. Alright, good game to Korn, Munch, and Curel. I just picked up a Wayne Simmons. I finally did it. I can retire from the game now. Well, I still have to get the Pro. I actually picked up the Epic Wayne Simmons first, and I was just fine with that because at the very least, that's my new MVP. Then, just yesterday, I picked up the Star Simmons. You know that playmaking and stick handling is nothing to mess with. So just look at the stats on that card. Yeah, he has really bad focus. He has average skating, but the playmaking and stick handling, it's top notch. I also picked up Ryan Leach, but Ryan Leach is not a good card. Was a great player, great defenseman back in the day, but not a great card. Come on, where's that Simmons? Where's that Simmons? Oh, we gotta. Okay, we got Dave Andrewchuk, the 2001. That's weird. Were they still wearing those blue Sabre jerseys in 2001? No, they weren't. And you know why they weren't? This is honestly off the top of my head, because the 2000 Stanley Cup Final was the Sabres versus the Dallas Stars. And a lot of people will remember that Stanley Cup Final because that was the one where Brett Hull's skate was in the crease when he scored the game-winning goal in overtime. But the Sabres were wearing, at that point, the black and white jersey with the big slick Sabre crest on the front, not the traditional one that they have now. So that photo does not correlate with the year 2001. But no one cares about any of that. I'm just talking hockey nerd stuff at this point. And, yeah, okay, Dave Andrewchuk, it's okay, it's okay. Just give me the Simmons, just give me the Simmons. You ask for a flyer, they give you a penguin. Just compare this card, just compare this card right now to Wayne Simmons. Back before I hit Star Tier, I was the only one not pulling centers, and now that I am in Star Tier, I am pulling centers like nobody's business. Not gonna complain too much though. I mean, the Star card collection still grows. Andrewchuk actually might be a little better than Malkin. Just looking at it. Just looking at it straight up right here on the screen. Yeah, he's definitely better than Malkin. He's like a lot better than Malkin. I was trying to get this video up yesterday. Things happen. Let me know what kind of eggs you're getting. What you hope pops out of those eggs. Once we hit 300 subscribers, we're going to do a pack opening and Q&A episode all in one. I'm also working on a new fantasy cards episode. I'm not going to reveal just yet exactly what players are involved. It's not going to be like the previous fantasy legendary videos where we did it by teams. It's not going to be by teams and by division. It's going to be a little bit different. You all have a wonderful day. I'll see you later.